Man, you know it's gonna be a good day when you wake up and first thing you see is that the groomers on the left ain't gonna get their way no more.
And more breaking news, a federal appeals court has just upheld Florida's Protection of Children Act, which makes it illegal to admit children to live performances that some say are sexually explicit.
Well, that seems perfectly reasonable, right?
You may have heard critics refer to this as the drag queen law.
I'm sorry, sir, critics? I think you mean child predators.
News 6 investigator Mike DeForest is live in the newsroom with these breaking developments. So, Mike, what is this all about?
Well, Eric, it was back in 2023, Governor Ron DeSantis signed a law that makes it a misdemeanor to knowingly admit a child to a, quote, adult live performance. Well, the law defined that performance as one that depicts nudity, sexual content, and lewd conduct, among other things.
You really got to ask yourself what sort of freak is fighting for the right to expose children to sexual content. I mean, actually, you don't have to ask yourself. We all already know who it is, and it's, the ultra woke left trans LGBTQIA activist community.
Now, the Central Florida restaurant Hamburger Mary's.
Oh, I feel like the name of that restaurant was really a missed opportunity. They should have called it Mary's Roast Beef.
Which has hosted drag shows, sued the governor and the state in federal court, arguing that new law violated free speech protections guaranteed by the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution.
Except this isn't a First Amendment issue or a free speech issue, because nobody's telling you that you can't have drag shows anymore. You can't dress up like that. All they're saying is that you can't expose children to sexually explicit content, lewd activity. This is completely in line with the way that our Constitution and laws have always been enforced. Just like with the Second Amendment, you can't hand a minor a firearm and then send them off into the world to live, because they haven't reached what's called the age of majority yet, which is the age at which the full weight of your rights fall into place. Sometimes you really do just have to sit back and marvel at the cognitive dissonance of the left. These same people that are acting like children, young children at that, are mature enough to attend these sort of shows and know what's going on and it not be predatory at all, and in no way, shape, or form is an act of grooming, are the same people that think adult college-age people need safe spaces to protect them from harmful words. The same people that created HR culture, which infantilizes grown men and women across the country and businesses, are the same people saying that 16-year-olds should be able to vote on the fate of our nation. What is it with the left where they feel this need to infantilize adults but then treat children as if they are mature? It's just so perverse.
Now, originally, Hamburger Mary scored a legal victory. In 2023, a federal judge issued an injunction blocking the state from enforcing the Protection of Children Act. But the state appealed, and now, in a divided 8-5 ruling, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the 11th Circuit has vacated that injunction. That means the law can once again be enforced. Now the case gets sent back to the lower federal court. The majority of the appeals court ruled, quote, Hamburger Mary's is exceedingly unlikely to prevail on the merits of its claim. Florida's Protection of Children Act is neither vague nor overbroad. It is a straightforward obscenity statute that fits neatly with the Supreme Court's First Amendment precedents and ours too. Well, shortly after that ruling came down, Governor DeSantis posted on X, quote, this shouldn't even be controversial, yet our law protecting kids required us to fend off lawsuits and win a case before a divided appellate court. Now, as the governor noted there, it was a divided ruling. 5 of the appeals court judges joined in a dissent opinion. They argued that citizens must now take a wild guess at whether a law prohibits their speech and then wait around and see if they get arrested or lose their business license.
That is such a wild conclusion to come to. Look, let me break it down for you. Myself, I swear a lot. I am obscene, I can be lewd, I can be abrasive, all the things. No problem. It is a part of my nature, undoubtedly. You know what though? I have never had to ask myself, is this appropriate for children? If you are so disconnected from reality that you have to actually consider that, if you don't realize that if you have to ask the question, then it's probably inappropriate, you probably shouldn't be voting. You probably shouldn't be treated as an adult, because you've got to be so utterly immature, blind or predatory to act like this is an actual issue. No one I know, I guarantee you, if every single individual on my block, and I live around Republicans and Democrats, if I asked every single individual, do you think this is inappropriate? If I showed them a little video of a drag queen running around in fishnets on a stage, surrounded by 30 kids and their parents, I guarantee you every single one of my neighbors would say that's not right. Because they're actual adults. Even the Democrats that I live among would I can almost guarantee with 100% certainty look at that and be like, that's not okay. If you legitimately have a hard time figuring out if this or that is appropriate for children, you shouldn't be around children. You shouldn't have children. You're not coming around my children.